within Israel.
Israel is burning through its defensive weapons. And its Arrow interceptors, which play a key role in taking out Iran's ballistic missiles, are in short supply, according to a U.S. official.
Be real, no F-35 was shot down. That crush shot would be plastered by Iran all over as humiliation for the West. We got instant images of the Israeli drone that got down, but no 3 to 6 F-35s. Come on, man. I agree with you. I don't think you're... I think you're right, because we did see a Israeli drone get dropped inside of the Iranian boundaries, and immediately it was all over. There's also obviously the reverse engineering part of this as well. But I don't know. I don't know if the F-35s are dropping anywhere near Iran, or what it is. So it could be total misinformation. Iran also did say that not only did they drop F-35s, but they also caught a Air Force pilot. They did release images of that giant F-35 they shot down. No, that wasn't the Iranian government that released that image. That was just fucking fake AI shit running around. No, the picture of the F-35 that you've seen online is fake, chatters. There is no real image of an F-35 that has been done. Whatsoever. At most, you could say that was a F-35,000. Okay, that AI.
The United States, which is...
God damn it! What is happening today, man? Dude, my stupid ass internet has been effing so frequently. It's pissing me off, dude. Jesus Christ! It's a small F for the time being, but it is so goddamn annoying. What is happening, dude? Jesus Christ.
Has been helping Israel shoot down threats, is also expending its munitions. The U.S. official and analysts familiar with the numbers say that Iran has more missiles than Israel and the U.S. have interceptors, raising concerns about Israel's ability to defend itself long term. So here's what the interceptor shortfall means for Israel, its allies, and the broader Middle East. Israel uses different systems to provide a multi-layered defense of its airspace. The Arrow 3 is considered the crown jewel of this network. With a range of about 1,500 miles, the Arrow 3 is used to counter long-range ballistic missiles, including those that fly above the Earth's atmosphere. Arrow 3 has been critical in countering attacks from Iran and Yemen, and it can intercept threats before they cross into Israel's airspace. The Arrow 2, an older version of the system, is also used to intercept short to medium-range ballistic missiles. Then there's David Sling, primarily used to counter medium-range ballistic missiles, among other threats. And finally, the Iron Dome, which is used to shoot down short-range threats like rockets from Gaza. Experts say the Iron Dome is not playing a major role in this current conflict with Iran, and that the Arrow systems and David Sling have been key. Even though some missiles have slipped through, Israel's layered defense has proven to be extremely effective. Israel says its interception rate for ballistic missiles is about 90%, and of the 370 missiles fired by Iran in recent days, about 30 have made an impact as of June 17th. But as Tom Carrico, the director of the Missile Defense Project at CSIS, put it to me, the capability is not the question, it's the capacity that matters. And
well, capability might be called into question as well, considering that Iran has claimed that they're going to start using newer, faster hypersonic missile systems as well, which are incredibly difficult to intercept. And as a matter of fact, as far as we saw last night, there was at least one that completely avoided all of the Arrow systems and also the THAAD launchers as well, and was able to strike inside of, I think, Tel Aviv. But again, no recording beyond that one video that we saw of all of the anti-air missiles like just imploding in space without actually hitting anything, and then one simple hypersonic directly striking a target. That's the only video that we've seen from afar. There's no footage of the impact site at all.
Capacity could be a huge problem because arrows play a key role in shooting down not just Iran's ballistic missiles, but also threats from Iranian proxy groups like the Houthis in Yemen. In a statement, the Israeli Defense Forces said, "The IDF is prepared and ready to handle any scenario. Unfortunately, we are unable to comment on matters related to munitions." Israel doesn't talk about how many interceptors it has, because if its enemies knew that number, they would know how many missiles to fire at the country. The company that makes the Arrow interceptors, IAI, did not respond to requests for comment. Back in December, Israel's defense ministry struck a deal with IAI to make more Arrow 3 interceptors.
Tactically speaking, one of the things that they could be doing, and again, I don't know if this is the case, this is pure speculation, wee woo, speculation alert. One of the things that they could potentially be doing is that they are expending all of the anti-aircraft systems that Israel has, and there has been incredibly limited, none actually, no fucking attacks from Hezbollah whatsoever, and and very limited attacks coming from like IRGC forces in Iraq as well. They could potentially be potentially looking to expend all of Israel's anti-air defense systems, and then launch a larger strike alongside the Houthis, alongside whatever dormant remaining IRGC strikers or strike capabilities exist in Iraq, and also potentially Hezbollah as well. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the plan at all. They could simply just be getting fucking shellacked by Israel. A good defense is a very aggressive offense from the Israeli perspective. And they might have actually successfully, like I said, destroyed a decent number of their missile stocks and their launchers as well. Just like they hit Hezbollah pretty hard, and maybe Hezbollah has no capabilities of hitting at all. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
However, the Arrows are complex missiles that cost more than $2 million apiece and take time to produce. Analysts say, in general, defensive weapons are harder and more expensive to make than offensive weapons because they have to be more sophisticated and more precise than the missiles they're designed to take out. Plus, in some cases, you have to fire several interceptors in order to neutralize a missile.
Yeah.
That's why Israel has been focused on taking out Iran's missile and drone capabilities on the ground during its aerial campaign. The IDF says it has dismantled more than 1/3 of Iran's missile launchers. But Iran has still been able to launch volleys of missiles at Israel. The United States, aware of Israel's interceptor capacity issues for months, has been augmenting the country's defenses.
Yes, Hezbollah supply lines could have been acutely disrupted by the fall of Syria. No, they did. They absolutely did. But I'd be shocked if Hezbollah itself has no way of restocking, or no way of like internally or no way of deploying their additional stockpiles inside of Lebanon. I know for a fact that Israel has been keeping a close watch on any kind of flights going into Lebanon as well. Israel is directly blocking flights that are going into Lebanon. Remember, they have air superiority over Lebanon, over Lebanese airspace, and they are keeping a close watch on all of the cargo that goes into Lebanon. While all this is happening, I suspect that they have a fairly decent stockpile that is also underground. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of stockpile they have, or what kind of strike capabilities they have as well. But they have not done anything. Hezbollah hasn't done anything since Iran struck back at Israel after Israel's first strike. And that could literally be because the decapitation strikes from Israel was fairly effective.
We are full of gratitude and thanks for the defensive systems that the United States has put in play.
There's the ground-based THAAD system, which can intercept missiles inside or outside the atmosphere. And the U.S. has sent Navy ships into the region, which can counter missiles with SM-2, SM-3, and SM-6 interceptors. Plus, fighter jets can shoot down drones, missiles, and other threats.
And I can say with authority that they have saved hundreds, perhaps thousands of lives over the past 4 days since Iran has been firing these ballistic missiles into our population centers.
But U.S. interceptors aren't unlimited either. For example, defense documents show that the U.S. has only procured about 600 THAAD interceptors to date. So what does all of this mean for the current conflict in the Middle East?
We're not looking for a ceasefire. I didn't say I was looking for a ceasefire. Remember, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
Analysts say that whatever happens, officials need to act fast to end the war because the U.S. and Israel can't afford to sit and intercept missiles for an extended period of time.
What is this? The Lebanese president has asked Hezbollah not to do anything. He's American-backed, supposedly. Lebanon not on travel ban list. Wait, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, the Lebanese president asking Hezbollah not to do anything doesn't mean anything. If Hezbollah, well, if Hezbollah wanted to do something, they would do something. That's not. He has no power over Hezbollah. What are you talking about? Lebanon has one of the weirdest governance structures of all time, where the president, like, Lebanon is an incredibly diverse country, and the president has to be from one sect as opposed to the parliament. Like, it is, yeah. The president of Lebanon is Maronite Christian. They have a very weird. They have a very weird parliamentary structure. They have a very weird, like, they have a very weird constitution that was designed specifically to beef up sectarian fighting in the country in times of need, and have like some kind of subservient ethnic group that would most likely historically be aligned with France, and this is identical to every other country, including Syria, of course. But it's a colonial remnant. It doesn't really matter. Like, the Lebanese president does not have any motion on the actions of Hezbollah. Yeah, the Speaker of the House equivalent had to be Shia. It's the most religiously diverse country in the Middle East. The actual factors that stop Hezbollah from reacting could be, one, their diminished capabilities, the success of the Israeli decapitation strikes on Hezbollah, and more importantly, Hezbollah's civil governance needs over the Shia population in Lebanon, and their lack of interest in putting their civilians in the line of fire. If they feel as though Israel is defenseless or Israel is too busy elsewhere, they could join in potentially.